Hello everyone, my name is Amanda and welcome back to another video of the Planty Mindy. Alright, so today I'm gonna share with you guys my top 5 favorite houseplant that it's not a Hoyas. So there's a couple reasons I decided to do this. For one, I know I have been focusing a lot of the genus Hoyas because frankly that is my favorite genus of all plants. And I think it will be fun to add a little bit more diversity into the videos because I do love other houseplants and I do grow a lot of them in my home. So yeah, so I think it will be fun to share that with you guys, and maybe in the process you guys can learn a new species or a new genus, and vice versa, you guys can share your knowledge with me as well. So let's get started. So the first plant I want to show you, it's actually absolutely one of my favorites other than Hoyas, and she actually showed up in an other video of mine. I used to do a series called the Friday Favorite, so essentially just every Friday I pick one of my favorite houseplants and share, like, you know, some care tips and stuff like that with you guys. And I stopped doing that because I have many other series I want to do, so I kind of stopped doing that, but I'll link it somewhere on the screen so you guys can check it out if you guys are interested. But without further ado, here she is again. Ta-da! So this is my Monstera Peru. So just from the name, you know that it's from Peru. And it was formerly known as, and some people still call it Monstera christensianum, I think. But then the taxonomist or the botanist decided, hey, you know, this is not the right name for the plant, so we're gonna just change it back to Monstera Peru. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. If you can see, it has this really beautiful dark foliage. It's really shiny, have a woody waxy cuticle, and then you see the texture, it's just so amazing. It's look like what do you call that, like lizard skin, so alligator skin kind of. So yeah, so you're looking at like two separate plants here. So you see this really long one is my first Monstera Peru. I know it's so long. And then I got a wooded cutting. I traded in the wooded cutting for like this side. On the other side, it's like the smaller version. So the story of this plant is, when I first got it, it was only like 4 leaves, like the 4 leaves down here. Or maybe 3 even, I forgot. But anyway, it didn't do anything for the longest time. And I was like, what's going on? Is it a slow grower or whatnot? So after like 3 or 4 months, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. So I actually added grow lights right next to it. And bam, this guy just keep pushing out leaves after leaves after leaves after leaves after leaves. And this is the new one. You can see it's still kind of like unfurling. So I would say, yeah, give it a little bit more light, like bright indirect light. I don't think it's a pea shade like direction, because if you give it too much light, it does turn yellow. So you can see like this guy right here, the edge is a little bit yellow. I think this is because this leaf is actually closest to the grow light, and I think that's why it's turning yellow. So yeah, so give it bright indirect light. And also, it is quite a thirsty plant. So most of my houseplant I water maybe once a week max. And this one, I probably water it like twice a week. So you'll see, and also it's really good because it's tell you if it's thirsty, because the leaf will feel really soft for one. And for two, you'll see that the leaves start to like curl up like this. So yeah, so really gorgeous, beautiful plants. And once you give it the correct environment, the right environment, it's just gonna grow like crazy. So yep, my top favorite Non-Hoya houseplant, and this is the Monstera Peru. Yay, perfect. All right, so the second plant is, I would say it's still a pretty hot houseplant in the market right now. I know a lot of people is looking for it. And this is, ow, sorry, don't fight. And this is my Ceropegia woodii variegata. So it is a variegated string of heart. So you can see it's had this really beautiful variegation. It's like white and green, and then it's like pink on the back, and this is the top. And the top is still quite full because I do give it top-down lighting. So now, the story of this plant, I got it maybe, I want to say in December or January, I forgot, probably December. So when I first got it, it's literally have zero trailing. So it's just this like top, you can see just this like top part right here, right? And I was like, oh, okay, it's so cute, you know, I'm gonna get it and try to grow it. And I had no experience with Ceropegia at all. So I did some research, and it said that it's like woody bright light, and then it's kind of succulent. So I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna water it when it's actually dry. Like, I'm not gonna like water it when the soil is still moist. And I guess that was the right thing to do. And this guy has grown, as you can see, so much in the past like five months. Wait, what is it right now? 5 months. Yeah, 5 months. So in the past 5 minutes, this guy has grown a lot. It started like to trail. And yeah, like I said, I want the top to be full. So I give it like a top down light. It's literally maybe about like 1.5 feet on top of those plants. And then it just has been growing like crazy. And obviously the more light you give it, I believe would help to maintain the variegation. And I really love the pink. Yep. I would say this is like one of the fastest growing CyceroPeggy that I have. I don't know why, because I do have a regular string of heart, which is like no variegation. And I also have a CyceroPeggy woodii silver gory, like the silver one. But like those two are not really growing as fast as this one. So it's crazy. So this is very beautiful. Really easy to care for. So like I said, give it bright indirect light. If you want the top to stay full, give it a lot of top down lighting, and water it only when the soil is like dry. And again, you know, you can feel it, because you know the heart will start to feel like soft, and then you will see the wrinkle. But like, you know, I just watered it like not too long ago, like a few days ago, and the heart is like really full and plump. And you know that you don't need to water it. So, yep, ta-da! My number two, well, not number two, but my second favorite houseplant that is not a Hoyas is this beautiful Ceropegia woodii variegata, aka string of heart variegated, or variegated string of heart. So, yay! All right, y'all, let's move on. So the next one I just got recently. I don't have a lot of experience with it, but it seems like it has been doing good so far. So this is my, here, I don't even remember the name. Impatiens morsei, aka the velvet of Impatient. And just look at this thing. Like, look at how it doesn't even look real. Like, you see like the fuchsia pink midrib, like perfectly contrast with the Kelly green or ink green leaves. Look at this. Oh my god. It's like, it's an art. And then if you look at the bottom, it's also colorful. Let me see here. So it's, I have this really beautiful like wine red bottom as well. And as you can see, it's like giving out some new growth. So yeah, I think it's overall happy. So I did do some research on Impatiens. So it seems like they are the one that they also like, they don't like super bright light, I would say. So like medium to bright indirect light would be perfect. So this one is sitting in an eastern exposure in my apartment right now, and it seems to do fine. And then, but the other thing I noticed too is like you have to keep the soil moist. So they're somewhat like, I would say it's like the care for begonia. You don't really want it to like completely dry out, especially when you give it more light, they do get pretty thirsty. So yeah, so my care tip for this guy is I just, you know, put it in my eastern exposure. So I would say that would be like a medium to the lower spectrum of bright indirect light, let's put it that way. And then I just make sure that the soil is moist. So right now when I touch the soil, you can see it stick to my finger, so it's still like kind of moist. But yeah, I mean, it's always a learning process, right? So this is a really beautiful Impatiens morsei, or velvet love Impatiens. Really beautiful. Yay! Awesome. I'll keep you guys posted. They have beautiful flowers too, but obviously haven't flowers for me yet. Right. Next one. Next one, I have it for a good amount of time, like not like super long, but also I didn't just get it. And I have been hunting for it for a while. And the reason I found out this plant exists is because I was watching some Rain Oaks, and then she was doing an episode of Begonia, and then there's this Begonia called Begonia venosa. And this is it. Ta-da! This is the Begonia venosa. And if you guys keep begonia or grow begonia at all, know that there's begonia, it's one of the most diverse genus, I would say, in the plant in the houseplant world. And you know, there are some, like for example, I have a Begonia paphlina, which is like super delicate, thin leaves. They want high humidity like all the time, right? But there's also Begonia like this one. It's more like the venosa is more like succulent-like, and if you feel the leaf, it's actually pretty thick and juicy. And if you give it I'll give you a closer look, you can see there's a little fuzz on there as well. It's really cute. So yeah, this is not really easy. This is not easy to find at all. It's not very common. And I was looking for it for a while. Like some of the websites seem to have it, but then it's always out of stock. So finally, I found one on Facebook, and I was like, oh my god, I must get it now. And I got it for a really reasonable price. It's like 20 bucks, right? I mean, it's not cheap, but you know, it's reasonable in comparison to a lot of Hoyas right now. But anyway, yeah, so when I first got it, it's only have like this many leaves, like the bottom. And then you can see they have a really interesting growth structure too. So, and then you can see like the new growth would keep coming out from the main stem. And you see this is the newest leaf, it start to unfurl. I do have a picture I post on my Instagram that the baby leaf just start to come out, and then it have all this like waffle on it. It's like a pretty little skirt. But yeah, no, I absolutely adore this plant. Super easy to care for. Like other begonia, I don't let it to dry out like completely, but because of the succulent nature of this particular begonia species, I also don't like keep it as moist as like, for example, Begonia paphlina, like the thinner leaves one. So yeah, so you kind of have to like, you know, there's not one size fit all, right? So people say, oh, Begonia like moist soil. Yeah, this is kind of true, generally true, but it also really depends on the species, right? Different species, they look differently, or they evolve differently because they come from different environment. So I think like it's our job as plant parents to really do your research and really like learn about the specific need for the species. And yeah, so I think it's happy because it's have been popping out 4 new leaves already. So yeah, this is my other very favorite Non-Hoya houseplant, the Begonia venosa. Yay! I love this plant. I love it, and it have white flowers, but it haven't flowered for me yet. So, all right, I think. Oh, just last one more. All right, so the last one, it's have been in frame the whole time, if you can see, because it's just so wild. And this is a Rhipsalis, right? For those of you who have Rhipsalis, yeah, it's gonna be hard. Rhipsalis would probably recognize as a Rhipsalis. So this is the Rhipsalis floccosa giberulla. So yeah, so I got this plant. I'm gonna talk like this. I got this plant from the San Francisco Botanical Plant Sale last year, obviously. This year, it's so sad they cancel it, but I mean, for public safety, it's absolutely necessary. But anyway, I got this last year at the as a botanical garden plant sale, and when I saw, I have a couple, I had a couple of Rhipsalis at the time, and I love them. They're pretty easy to care for. And when I see the growth structure of this one, you know, this like really wild, rugged look, I immediately grab it. So yeah, so just like other Rhipsalis, as a type of jungle cactus, that's what sometimes people call it. They don't need as bright or as much light as the desert cactus, right? And also they don't like to be as dry as the desert cactus. That is the one thing that you have to remember. So I would say I water this plant probably like once a week. Once a week would be a fair, you know, assessment. And I do give it a pretty well draining soil. And as you can see, when it gets sun stressed, it does turn into this really beautiful red color. So yep, so this is, and it has grown, like you can see the new growth is kind of like a little bit thinner, and then like a little bit more light green. And then as it slowly mature, it's turning into like a darker green, and you see some of them become a little bit more woody. Yep. So yeah, it's really no maintenance, easy to care for. And I really like this one, and I picked this one just because it just, I love wild looking plants. Like I love it too. I love the growth structure that it's go a little bit untamed. that's it's because it feels like it's bringing me back more to nature. It's like, because in nature there's no gardener, right? No one's gonna go around in the forest and like chop off leaves and, oh, this doesn't look as good, I'm gonna chop it or round it up. So yeah, so that's why I really like it. So this is my Rhipsalis floccosa giberulla. Whoops. Yay. Perfect. So let's put this back. The only thing about this plant is it's I have to find a room to put it because it's just so wild. All right. Awesome. So that's the 5 plants. So let's recap really quick. We have my Monstera Peru. We have my beautiful, fast-growing Ceropegia woodii variegata, aka variegated string of hearts. And then we have this beautiful, almost unreal looking Impatiens, morsei. And then we have this beautiful woody green, healthy looking, lush Begonia venosa. I love this plant. And last but not least, the woody, wild looking beast, my Rhipsalis floccosa giberulla. Awesome. Great. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this is fun for you. It's certainly extremely fun for me. Yeah, let me know if you guys keep any of this plant in your household and want to experience them. I would love to hear about that. And more importantly, I want you guys to comment below, you know, if you can, you know, take a couple minutes to tell me your top 5 or even top 3 favorite houseplants. Hoyas or non-Hoyas, it's completely fine. And I will really appreciate it because I want to get to know you better. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for giving me those comments because it's really helped me to decide what I want to film next to better serve you, right? And then if you like this video, make sure you click like. If you want more future video, make sure you click subscribe because that's really helped me to produce more video. And I will see you next time. Bye.